How low will the Fed go in the upcoming FOMC meeting, the interest rate cuts? We'll discuss that today. Of course, we'll do the usual precious metals price analysis live, of course, and I will take a chart request or two. If you're watching the replay, use the time codes below. It's the easiest way to go to the bit that you want straight away. But look, if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, you get the Synchronised Slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. What am I drinking today? It's usually water. But what are you drinking? Post a comment below. What are you drinking right now in your tasty beverage? And we're going to slurp it synchronously together. The rule is you must slurp it audibly, whether you're in a meeting, whether you're by yourself, whether you're still in bed, whether you're, I don't know what you're doing, whether you're driving. I don't know. Slurp it, baby. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that's sweet, sweet, sweet water. My name is Joe Main. You are watching this from, well, you're watching it from your place anywhere in the world, but I'm from Melbourne in Australia. Yes, from the land down under. Who the hell am I? Why would you even watch this show? Let me tell you, I've worked in the precious metals industry in Australia, in the retail industry, so bullion dealers, over 3 major bullion dealers, plus I started my own one for a little bit, for the last 11 years. And now I do this show every single weekday morning. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. And what I also do, I do a whole bunch of things, but I also help you launch and grow on YouTube and other social media for your businesses specifically. If you have a business that you want my help with, and I really, really can help, as you know what I've done for many other channels in bullion industry, but also other industries too. Hit me up with an email at gmstackers@gmail.com, gmstackers@gmail.com. So saying, hey, I run this kind of business. I'm looking to increase my presence. I'm a new business or I'm an established business, but I want to build my customer base through social media content. I'm the guy to teach you how to create consistently engaging content, as you've seen me do very, very regularly. And what we do now, we do some shout outs. We do the morning shout outs, and everyone here, you say GMS. So all my live watchers, I'll get to that in just a second. But hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. Welcome to everyone who is watching from all around the world. 657 subscribers now. And welcome to the people watching from Reddit, Silver Degen, Forum, and Wall Street Silver, etc. But my GMS family are my family. Mark, Florida. Again, I love the fact you come in and say, I won't be here, but I got to go. Likely will not be here for the live version, but I'm sure that Mr. Joe will have another interesting show. Yeah, probably. You know, we're going to talk about Fed rate cuts today and just the usual fun that we normally do. Nothing major, really major happened overnight in any kind of bullion economic news or anything like that. So just kind of one of the usual ones. Pete, repeat. GMS, hi everyone. GMS says CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. I was about to put on a Texan accent. I ain't going to try and do that. No, don't do a Texan accent to a Texan because you know why. We all know why. GMS, hey, Chat Mum is back in the house. It's been a while since I've done the air horn, boo, boo, boo thing. But Tony Peterson is back. Chat Mum is here. Lexio is here again. GMS, who brought some snakes? Have a great day. Go Silver. Yeah, did you guys catch the snakes? Did you try and catch a snake yesterday from the Perth Mint release from either the Perth Mint or the various bullion dealers? Was it an unsuccessful catch? Post a comment below. I've also got to quickly let you know what's coming up this week as well. It's a bit of a change up this week because something came up, but I'll tell you that in just a second. Debt is great. GMS will be interesting to see the Fed's forward guidance and what we wake up to. Yeah, that's right. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Jason. Synchronized Slurp. Good morning, chat fam. And Chris Phipps. Chris Phipps from PDX. Chris from PDX from Portland, Oregon. With the beanie and everything. Jason says, bought too many snakes? Jason. There is no such thing as too many snakes. Out of interest, speaking of snakes, geez, I may as well just get it out of the way now, seeing as though you mentioned it, Jason Ashworth. Seeing as though you mentioned it, I'll just do it now. Hey, I'll just do a really quick one. How's that sound? Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Australia's first bullion dealer to offer free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. It's the only company, only bullion dealer that does free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. But out of interest, they do have a range of the Perth mint snakes out. A lot of them are for pre-order, like many are at the moment, other bullion dealers. But they still have in stock. This is what Ricky did. This is how much Ricky cares about you. Okay, and I'm not joking when I say that. That's not hyperbole. Ricky, I gave him a call yesterday because I knew he was going to the Perth Mint. He was doing a special tour of the Perth Mint. I said, "How did the tour go?" And he said, "Good." And I go, "Oh, did you get anything?" He goes, "Yeah, I bought some platinum snakes." And I was like, "Oh, how come?" And I go, "What, for personally?" He goes, No, because I just wanted to get them up on the website." And he said, "Yeah, I bought them at retail. So I just bought them at retail. So straight from the Perth Mint. Didn't worry about wholesale prices or anything like that. He just bought them at retail because he wanted at least 5 up on the website to have something to release from the Perth Mint." So there are actually 2 left in stock right now. So if you want a Perth Mint Platinum snake, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, have 2 left out of the 5 that he bought yesterday. Okay, so that probably won't last long. And I think the platinum has the limited mintage. Yeah, the lunar platinum every year has a limited mintage as well. I don't remember what that mintage is off the top of my head. Is it 15,000, something like that, or 5,000? Post a comment below if you happen to know. Or is it down here? No, it's not. But it's an amount. It is a limited amount right there. So they've got that in stock. So check out perthbullion.com.au, my preferred physical bullion dealer. And if you are happy to do unallocated gold programs, which most of you are, okay, and most of you, or I'm working you into, thinking about diversifying your risk portfolio, your risk. That word I'm looking for, risk tolerance or whatever it is. Spread your risk around, people. So if you've got the physical, hold the physical. But if you can open your mind to unallocated gold programs, I would also check out WealthStack, wealthstack.com. It's a phone app and also a desktop app, which you save, invest, and transact in physical gold with a WealthStack account and a debit card. Now, it is digitally. Why is it digitally? Because technically, you don't take a hold of the gold until later on down the track, which you will be able to. But it is a 100% gold-backed token. Now, this isn't a crypto thing. It is a blockchain-based token, but this isn't a crypto company. Okay, this is an unallocated gold program, but they give you that extra receipt of claim in the form of a blockchain token as well. So, no transfer fees. This is all backed by real physical gold held by one of the largest vaulting storage facilities in the world. They're LBMA registered, okay? No storage fees, of course. No transfer fees. If you want to transfer gold between yourself and another WealthStack account member, it's free of charge. Why would you? It's just a little blip on a thing. Why would you, do that? Now, what happens in the back end, though, is the very large company they then do stuff in the back end there, okay? So there is technically a transfer going on, but you're not paying for the fees, okay? Lots of other things to look at. Just go to wealthstack.com, click on how it works, learn about the fees, which is spot plus 1% to buy for any amount of gold. It doesn't matter how much or how little you buy, spot plus 1%. And then when it comes time to sell, spot minus 0.5%. Crazy. And check out all the other stuff that's coming. The debit card is coming. Redeeming for physical gold is coming. Silver and platinum is on the cards as well. So they're a brand new company who wanted to reach out to the stacking community first to build the trust. That's why they've come on board with me. And I've crossed my T's and dotted my I's. As you know, working in the precious metals industry over 3 major bullion dealers, I ain't going to put my name to something which I think is dodgy. This place ain't dodgy. I've done an interview with the CEO just a few weeks ago. Check that out on the channel. That is with David Ski, and a lot of great things to come with wealthstack.com. So go check out that video, check out the website, and that's all you're going to get for my brand partners today. That was really good, wasn't it? All right. What we did was brand partners at the very start. So let's see, a couple more comments, and then we'll get into the stuff of the day. Jason Ashworth says, there were lots of complaints yesterday. Yeah. We can talk about that for a second if you like. There were lots of complaints yesterday on the Perth Mint site where the pricing was around $50 too expensive. Hope not many bought direct from the mint. The question there becomes, was the Perth Mint too expensive, or were some bullion dealers way too cheap? Now that sounds funny, right? Like, well, how can a bullion dealer be too cheap? some bullion dealers may do things like loss leaders, like that, if you know what a loss leader is in marketing, or like a break-even loss leader to gather some attention, to gather some whatever. Yeah, you can say it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You can say they were $50 more expensive. I can see that because I did notice those posts on the Gold Silver Stackers Australia forum where it's like Perth is like $50 more for a 1 ounce gold snake than it is at getting an X bullion dealer. Most bullion dealers, generally the bullion dealers are going to be a bit cheaper than the Perth Mint. I've actually found, particularly on like a big release day like this. But yeah, I can understand the point of view. Let's see. Yeah, on the gold releases, that's right. Chris Phipps says, this is the final comment before we'll get into the regular stuff. I saw a sale online of a 2020 1/3 ounce platinum leopard seal coin. Nice. It was a relatively low premium for fractional platinum, so I picked one up. Nice, man. Good stuff. Good stuff from Chris from PDX. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Let's talk about how low will the Fed go? Get your comments in right now. Everyone's expecting, because they've been talking about it and alluding to it, a Fed interest rate cut. That's FOMC meeting is happening on, today is the 17th in Australia, still the 16th in other places in the world. So it's coming within the next 24, 48 hours-ish. We should have that decision in terms of the interest rate decision. Post your comment below. Pretty sure it's going to be lower because everyone's been talking about it. They're talking about it as well. So I don't think they're going to surprise us with a no rate cut. So I think it will be a rate cut. The question is, how much do you think it'll be? 25, 50, 75? Post your comment below and let me know right now. We'll just play a friendly, the winner gets all the glory. So post a comment below now. Do you think 25 basis points, 50 basis points, or 75 basis points or more? I don't think it'll be more than 75. We'll talk about that 75 in just a second. But yeah, post a comment below and the winner takes all the glory. There might be multiple winners. Just pop your comment below right now. We'll talk about that. But I just want to quickly show you this article. Now, the problem is, I can't really show you the article. I just got to show you the title of it. Okay. The problem is, good old Bloomberg.com has a good old paywall because obviously they don't like money. It's like, come on, man. These newspapers with paywalls. It's like, mate, why am I going to pay for something which I can find out for free probably somewhere else? Okay, you're not that good. But anyway, I'm going to quickly refresh this, and you'll just get at least the first bit here. And in about 30 seconds, it goes away. So, Democratic senators call on Fed to cut rates by 75 basis points. Trio of last thing we'll do on that. Trio of senators urge central bank to lower rate cuts aggressively. Warren, White House, and Hickenlooper sign letter to Powell. Okay, so a few Democratic senators. Democratic senators. Oh, that's surprising. Not who want to see the rate cuts because they want the money printer to go brr. Let me find out. I'm going to do one more of this. Let's see. Do you reckon potentially does Warren, White House, and Hickenlooper, does either of those people have, I don't know, significant investments in things that, would really benefit from a steeper rate cut than the normal one? Hey, gee, would it be unlike a politician to do something that is in their own benefit first? Maybe not. Gee, do you know? What do you think? But anyway, so there's a few Democratic senators have gone, no, you got to cut hard to 75 basis points, which means 0.75% of a rate cut. What do we think? Do you think they'll go that low? I think that's just wishful thinking. Okay, so probably not. Let's get a quick little. Everyone's expecting 0.5% now. This is interesting. Okay. Chris Phipps says, I expect a 0.5% cut. Lexio says, surely a 0.5% rate cut is already priced in, could be priced in. Everyone had been talking about 0.25. I think a 0.5 cut is priced in. Okay. So if it's less, the market will drop. So that's an interesting point. So they've maybe been selling they've been putting out the rumor of 0.5%. And the market has responded accordingly. And if that doesn't happen, so if it doesn't meet expectations, the market will go, screw you. And then blip, 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 blip. So, that could be the setup for the move back down in silver for a couple of days or something like that. Tony Peterson says, Fed will cut 50 to buoy up a little confidence. Yeah, so if they want to remain confident, yes, to buoy up the confidence, then they would do it by the 50. So if they do it by 25, this is what seems to be the prevailing opinion here. If they do it by 25, you might actually see a bit of a dip in the market because that's actually less than current expectations. I didn't realize 50 was the current expectation for most. But look, in my incredibly small sample size of 3 or 4 people, you're all suggesting 0.5%. Okay, so if they do it by 0.25%, that does not meet expectations. So you could see a dip in the market briefly. It'd be very brief, I think. But doing it at 50 would be like, okay, par for course, everything's smooth sailing as such. And if they do it by 75, which they won't, that would be like, holy moly, what's going on in the economy? 75 basis points? Wow, something must be really going on. Gobble, 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 gold. So that's probably what would happen. GMS says, Knackers O'Reilly, great to see you. So that's the quick little how low will they go? I'll go with the herd on this one. I didn't think it would be half, but look, again, that small sample size thinks it'll be 0.5. I'll go with you guys. I won't be a contrarian today, and I'll go with, all right, they're going to cut by half. That's the lowest they'd go, though. So how low will they go? No lower than half, okay? That's in my humble non-financial advice opinion, and who the hell am I anyway? So that is it. That's that thing. I've already done the brand plate. What do you call it? Brand partner plugs as well. So, mate, guys, let's go straight into it. This is going to be the quickest show of all time. Let's do gold, silver, platinum analysis. We might look at the gold to silver ratio, something else, and get your chart requests in now. Tony Peterson, do not ask for copper again. Don't ask for copper. I've done copper too much. I'm coppered out. But any other chart requests of something, I like to do something preferably I've never seen before. Like I've never heard of it, never looked at the chart, and I do the fresh eyes on it. So give me something I've never looked at. Recently, we've looked at copper. Recently, we looked at sun silver. I will do that again eventually because I'm actually trying to get into it at the moment, but I'm looking for a good price. But don't do sun silver. There was another one we did, HTLF something or other. Don't do that. Give me something I've never done before. So post your comments below. After I do the regular gold, silver, platinum analysis, then we'll take a look at your chart requests. I might do one, maybe two. So let's take a look at silver. We'll start with silver because I did post this on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum today. Right here, if you're not a member of the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum, you gotta be if you're a stacker in Australia. It is the place to be. It didn't use, now out of interest, it didn't used to be the place to be. It didn't used to be the place to be. That was a big tongue twister. For a long time, and I'll actually make a mention of it. It used to be, and they're still on there, it used to be silverstackers.com. But I think more so now it's this Facebook group, which is definitely the bigger one now. 8,300 members. Do not fall for the fake ones, which are like any less members than this, or any more members than this. It depends on when you watch it. Well, depends on what you're watching, but this is the one that has the most. 8.3 thousand members as making this video. Watch out for the fakies. It is free to join. Do buy swaps and sells, free of charge, all that sort of stuff. It's a great trading avenue as well. But I post here every single weekday morning. Silver stalling below $31 before the next leg higher. I'm expecting a retest of where we broke out from. Okay, the purple box area would be a healthy retrace. What am I talking about? Right here, and I'll go to the live chart in just a second. There's your downtrend. The fact that we broke out, we had that double bottom right there. You would call it that W pattern. Broke out. Great to see. Stalled at the $31 mark, which we've talked about before. What is the $31 mark? $31 mark. It's my final hurdle for saying that we're 100% in bull market rather than 99% where I think we are at the moment. But gee, what do you know? We spiked above it, but we closed below it. Don't look at the spikes, people. Look at the closes. So that's what I think, and I could be completely wrong, of course. Who the hell am I, right? But I am expecting a retest to around about here. That would make the most sense. It's at the top end of this resistance point at $30.19, $30.20, or maybe all the way down to retest this downtrend line. Okay, so that's pretty easy to see. Let's go to the live chart. This is silver on the live chart, $30.74 US cents. Using the daily chart and price in USD, as I said, and we're using the tradingview.com website. Yes, hit the like button to help the algorithm for me, and hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is basically this is basically what I think is going to happen in the next couple of days, unless we get an ultra bullish FOMC meeting. So if we get a basis point drop of, say, 75, that's not going to happen. But if it did, I think that would really propel, because people would go, oh, holy shit, what's going on? Why are they aggressively cutting? Something bad's happening. So I think that would make this move invalid right here. You probably wouldn't see that. But let's take a look at why I think this to be the case. It is because of this downward movement right here. Now we're actually already in the halfway point, but I think we've got some room to move down on the 1 hour time frame. We went into extremely overvalued on the 1 hour. I was wrong here, as you remember. Yesterday I was wrong here. I thought this was the tick over point. No, we had an extra pump, which isn't something that you normally see. Okay, that's why technical analysis isn't perfect, and it's why we're not all multi-gajillionaires, because sometimes stuff happens which you can't account for, right? Duh. So I didn't see that one coming. So I thought it was going to peak here and have a retest here, but it looks like it's peaked here, and I think we'll have a retest here. Again, that's that $30.20, anywhere down to, say, $30 area on that trend line whenever that hits. Okay, I still think there's room to move down with that. And if I have a look on the 4 hour as well, it has peaked, and it's currently in a trough. Okay, so there's the 4 hour peak. That's why I think you've got room to move down as well. So that's my call. That's really the only reason. Could I be completely wrong and this does a little fake out right here and spends a little bit more time up and we break? Yeah, of course that can happen. I just don't think that's as likely as we come down here first, because, as you know, not every single time, but a lot of the time, once you break out of a certain area, you come back to retest it. It certainly doesn't happen all the time, though, okay? But breakout, retest of at least here, I think is the most likely. So $30.20, call it. And you could come down to that, again, $30 area. We're talking 20-cent range here. We're talking intraday. Should you be dollar cost averaging anyway? Yes. Does it really matter on the grand scheme of things? No. Is gold and silver in a bull market? Yes. But this kind of helps, as I say, looking at these smaller time frames, because I do the show daily. What else am I going to do, right? I've got to talk about the sort of intraday things, but it helps inform you of technical analysis on the longer term time frames as well. So if you see something like, oh, gee, a breakout and a retest happens, more than 50% of the time, then you could go out to the monthly time frame or the quarterly time frame or whatever it is and go, gee, looking on the monthly time frame, are there instances where we have breakouts and retests? You can go back and go, oh yeah, we did, right? Or the 3 monthly time frame or the yearly time frame as well. Okay, so it does help to inform. But this is silver on the monthly. I'm just going to get rid of all the flotsam and jetsam and just take a quick little look at this. What do we know? Of course we know. Doing the big stuff just for a second. Cup handle, the most giant cup and handle in the world. I've never seen one larger. That's what she said. So I've never seen a cup and handle larger than that, and I don't think you have either. And when this plays out, oh Nelly, it is going to be glorious. So we're talking, much, much higher prices in the years to come. If that plays out, no guarantee, but it's looking very good at this point. Okay, I just did a massive macro silver thing just right there. Just why not? So that is silver. So we just need to watch out for remaining above that $30, $30 area. That's your line in the sand for me at the moment at around about $30. Makes sense? Please, preferably don't close below this trend line. Although I did say yesterday the major line, and look, I will stick with that, sorry. I will stick with the $29 area. Just don't break below there and close below there. Okay, close below this trend line would suggest a support level here of being tested. Don't close below there. You close below there, then it's very likely all the way down to 26, in my humble opinion. So closing below 29 on or daily or more so a weekly time frame, much more likely that we head down. Okay, so but we're above there, so that's great. That's all you need to know, and we've got to clear $31 on a monthly time frame. Then I'll say 100% bull, baby, barring black swan events, things we can't see, and market manipulation that we can't see ahead of time. That's it. That is silver. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I would say, I think I'm going to say a similar thing here. 2,583 US dollars. On the daily, we're moving up on the daily, so we've got a lot of room to move. I do think this is a magnet, as I've said. This is a magnet up to this area to roughly 2,650, give or take $20 or so, to that general area right here. It's the mother of all trend lines, going all the way back to 1980 and then the big bull peak in 2011. That's this trend line right here. It's a magnet. It's sucking the price right up to it, okay? But along the way, out of interest on the 4-hour time frame, same thing, 4-hour time frame, we're peaky, okay? So we've gone into extremely overvalued already, and you don't spend all day there. You don't spend a whole bunch of time there, okay? It goes up and down through peaks and troughs, okay, on all the time frames. So that's the 4-hour. We've already peaked on the 4-hour, okay, and we already definitely easily peaked on the 1-hour, okay. 4-hour has peaked, but the daily hasn't, okay. So that would signal to me that we're going to see probably, I think personally, a little bit of a downward movement before we see the next push up to that mother of all trend lines. Again, who the hell am I? Dollar cost average anyway, and I could be wrong. Yeah, don't you love the fact that? Do you like it or do you not like it that I'm not a definite guy, that I'm not a fence sitter as such? I give you my percentage likelihoods, and a lot of the time that's, I'm 80% sure, I'm 90% sure, or 70-30 or whatever. But I'm not the moon boy, and I'm not the doomsday guy. You go follow those people if you want that dopamine hit or the whatever, But I like the fact that I don't do that, and when I don't see something, when I'm unsure, I'm just going to be. So I'm going to tell you. But that's why I'm more than 50% confident that we see some lower prices in the next couple of days before we see the move back up in gold to the mother of all trend lines. Could be wrong, could pump in the next 2 hours. You never know. That's really all you need to know. Nothing's changed from yesterday, guys. It's a really quick one. 2,530. Watch that and watch this uptrend line. So watch it anywhere down to, call it 2,515 US dollars. You don't want to crack below there. That spells not goodness. Okay, you crack below this trend line and start closing days below it. Blah 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 blah. Cool. That's my amazing sound effect right there. So that's gold. That's all you need to know. I'm expecting a move down to 25.30 at least. More than 50% chance before we see the mother of all trend lines hit, which we will eventually, 26.50-ish. Cool, good. Get it, got it, good. That's gold. This is platinum. I'm getting to speed through these because I'm going to do a chart request if you have one. So platinum, hey, look, great to see platinum. We have peaked on the 4-hour time frame, so I would expect some more downward movement, quite possibly. I'd love to see it find support here and then onwards and upwards, but probably not. Okay, so I'm expecting probably a spike down at least back into the depressed zone right here. This thick yellow line, for my new subscribers, this thick yellow line is the 2008 trend line. It goes all the way back to February of 2008. We probably see a move back into here. I don't want to close any day back in here. No, thank you. Don't do this to me again, Lucy in the football. I've been cautiously excited while we're above this area right here. Let me get rid of this for you. It's good that we're moving directionally up on the relative strength index, and we've got a lot of room to move into the extremely overvalued area on the daily. So that's good to see. Just please come back to here. A retest and a bounce off 975 US dollars. Fantastic. And then just creep and go. Don't start closing down here again. That ain't good news for me. okay, or for platinum holders. It just signals, much more likely that we start going down again, okay? That's all I'm going to say, and I'll get excited after 1,015. I will be uber bull, rah, 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 bull, anywhere over, closing the monthly, 1,115 to 1,120 US dollars. I'm getting excited for platinum in that area. I'm cautiously excited here. Let's just stay above this $975 level, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. To the simulation. Can you help me with that? Thanks. Gold to silver ratio, 83.9 FM. We are still below. Okay, so great. Double top. Gold was taking over. Silver went, haha, no you don't, bro. And then it is still remaining. Okay, so silver looks good for the continued pump versus gold. Okay, both gold and silver could be going down. Both gold and silver could be going up in their fiat dollar value, but one is outperforming the other. Silver is currently in outperforming territory, baby. It is, while it's above this, while it's below, this trend line right here, it is silver's turn. While we're in here, it's any metals game. While we're in here, gold is making its play, okay? But silver's now making its play. We want to see it tank, man. We want to see it crash below this uptrend line right here. We want to see it break this area right here of around about 80.6. You crack here, holy moly, we would just be blub, 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 and all the way down. And look at my areas right here. Trapdoor here at 70 and the big 50 mark right there. So it's looking good for silver at the moment while we're below this trend line. That's really all I've got to say. It is silver's time as of Tuesday the 17th of September at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's silver's time right now. Something could propel this all the way back up and gold could go through the roof, okay, versus silver. But we're looking good for silver at the moment. Really just want to see that cracked. Once that cracks, yeah, it's go time. In my humble, non-financial advice opinion. Gold, silver, platinum, gold to silver ratio. That's it, people. We're going to do a chart request if we have one. Tony Peterson, I will not do. I will not do copper again. Let's see. Comments and chart requests. Any chart requests? I'll do some comments. So let me just check the chart requests first. Yes or no? If you don't have any, well, we can just get out of here. Well, I don't think we have any chart requests. Well, that's actually probably good because you probably need to get out of here and so do I. But let's do some final comments. I will let you do any chart requests very quickly and then I might just get to that. But let me just read the final comments. The system is broken, says Jason Ashworth. They have to force people out of their houses and lose their jobs to stave off inflation. They can't beat the best system. Yeah, the system is broken. We've all known the system is broken for a very long time. Excuse me 1 second. Hey, buddy, do you need me, mate?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me about 5 minutes?
No, I just tell you something.
Well, you can tell it to everyone.
Oranges have vitamin C.
Pardon?
Oranges have vitamin C.
Yes, they do. Oranges have vitamin C. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, pal. Oh, my heart. Oh, my heart. Vitamins do have vitamins. Oranges do have vitamin C. He really needed to tell me that then. And I love the fact that he did. All right. So the system is broken. Yes. So here's the question, though. The thing is, not the question. Here's the thing. The system is designed in that way. You have to think by now, why is the system like that? Because that's the way it's designed on purpose to make the powers that be richer and more powerful and all that. So yeah, the system is absolutely broken, but it's, no. So I have to go back on that. The system isn't broken because the system was designed in that way. So I'm doing that contrarian thing. Sorry, Jason. I hear what you say when you say the system is broken. It's broken for us. But it didn't get broken. It is designed exactly the way it was meant to be. The system is, okay. But that's why we own, this stuff, for the time when that system will not be taken any longer. Yeah. Let's see. Now, Danny asks, is it guaranteed they will make a cut? Nope. Nothing's guaranteed. Definitely not. They haven't said, I don't think they've said we definitely are going to, unless I could be wrong. Did Jerome Powell go and say, oh, there's no chance we're not? Yeah, we definitely are. I don't think so. So something could change and they could just pull the rug. out. So no, it's not guaranteed, but it's looking very likely. Go Silver Go says CT. Danny says, who thinks now is a good time to sell? Yes or no, and why? Selling for what reason? Geez, if you're selling to try and make a little bit more on a small dip, do not do that. I don't give financial advice, but that would be a foolish way to do it. Oh, I think it's going to go down for a week. I'm going to sell here and then buy back. Don't worry about that. Do I think now is a good time to sell? I don't. I'll let the commenters comment on that, and you've probably got some comments. So Tony Pearson says, personally, I wouldn't advise anyone to sell until November, until after the Kazan or the Kazan BRICS meeting. Yeah, I don't know about that thing. Is that going to be a thing? Quite possibly. But even then, let's say, precious metals go down for a bit. How long do they go down for in time, and how long do they go down in price? Does it really matter if you're dollar cost averaging? Anyway, trying to time the market in the smaller time frames, not a great idea. Now, if Tony's thinking, for example, that this is a big peak in silver and gold for, we're talking 6 months, then yeah, you would maybe want to consider doing that trade. But no one knows how long that dip would last, if it even comes. Okay. We are spectators to the death of the dollar and the birth of the unit. Yes, I like it. Ue says NST. Hello, Ue. Hello, Ue. I don't know what NST means, but I'll say, is that your version of GMS? Fantastic. Great to see a new live watcher. I think you're new. I don't think I've seen you on the program before. Have you heard you the first time, Joe? No copper requests. Got it. Yes, not today. Tip of the day. Needs to be a segment on your show. Little Buddy's Facts. Who's Little Buddy? Am I Little Buddy? Oh, no. Needs to be a segment, Little Buddy's Facts. Let's see. Little Buddy's Facts. Oh, my God. Sorry. Little Buddy. Duh, because this was the oranges have vitamin C. Yes, such a cutie. Sorry, now I get the reference. You calling me Little Buddy? No, my little buddy. Right there. What a little guy. Such a cutie. Yes, he's a great kid. Great kid. The system is working. There you go, Nakazaro. The system is working exactly as designed. I get it. Yep. All going to plan. Yes, that's right. And Nakazo Riley says the US will need to follow other countries that have already dropped their rates. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, I think, unless that's anything else that we want to talk about, get your final questions or comments in. I think this is going to be one of those quick shows. Again, nothing major happening in the world. We talked about what was going on in the world yesterday. Oh, NST is a chart. NST is probably a chart. All right. Saved by Pete Repeat. NST a chart. Yeah, I need a little bit more information than that. So, if NST is a chart, I'm assuming I'm going to look it up right now. Give me a little bit more than that. You've got to say, NST on the whatever index, or NST, you can put in brackets, it's a something mining stock, or it's a this whatever. Just, you type in NST, I'm not going to like, what? So, okay, that looks like it could be a chart request. All right. Chart request time. We're going to take a live look at what I think is going to be a chart, NST. I don't even know the person's just given me the ticker. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it does. Have no idea. We're going to look at it right now. So let's go look at that. Give me a second. So Lexio says Northern Star Resources, NST on the ASX. Okay, so Northern Star Resources on the Australian Stock Exchange. Great. Now I know what we're talking about. Let's take a look at NST, Northern Star Resources. Love it. I love doing this stuff. Just so you know, I love doing chart requests. If you have chart requests, what am I doing? I do all. So I do stocks, NST on the Northern Star Resources. Here we go, people. Northern Star Resources. Post a comment below. Is it a established mining company? Is it an exploration company? Tell me more about it. Again, I'm not looking at the fundamentals. I'm purely looking at the technicals right here. And when it decides to do it for me, there we go. So let's look on the monthly time frame. So we are looking at NST, Northern Star Resources on the Australian Stock Exchange on the monthly time frame. priced in Australian dollars right now. Whoa, wow, okay. $15.83 Australian cents. This goes all the way back. Sorry, I can't, not yet, buddy. Not yet, my friend. Not yet, buddy. Can you give me 5 minutes? Just give me 5 minutes, buddy. I love you. Won't be long, okay? All right, let's take a look at, wow, okay, NST. NST. All right, give me 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Stay there, stay there. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, buddy. And don't touch other things. Don't touch sharp things. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. That's how you know it's live. Let's take a look at NST. This is looking really interesting already. Wow. Okay. $15.83 Australian cents. Ooh, mama cass. All right. So this goes back. So this looks like, because it's such a long, long chart, a long time frame chart, goes back 20 years. This is going to be clearly not an exploration company. They would have done all the exploring already, I'd imagine. If they haven't found anything by now, well, geez, should you be in them? So it's going to be, I'm assuming, just a mining company of some kind. So let's see. 2004. Okay. We hovered here. So here's your very clear. Let's do some quick. Here's what I do, just so you know. When I do live looks, what do? I'm doing horizontal lines of support and resistance. Then I'm doing trend lines, so angled lines, right? Trend lines. I'm also going to do some Fibonacci analysis as well, and I'll look at the relative strength index to see the general direction in which it's going, and that's basically. I'll give you some targets. Okay, so here's the very clear. Just pop that in there. That's very obvious. I'll just do the lower ones to start. There's your low right there of some less than 1 cent. I'll keep that there for now. You probably call that there. Let's just do there. These are kind of like your ranging. So it ranged in this area for a few years. Okay, so between 6 cents and 15 cents. Okay, so that ranged for a while. Then we had, is that 2008? There you go. GFC in 2008. So everything went down in 2008. And then, wow, imagine buying at less than a cent and then riding it far out all the way to like $16. That's the most ridiculous, ridiculous return. No one did that, okay? There's no one that did that. I'm just letting you know. No one did that because, you get to a certain level, you go, wow, I'm up so much, I've got to take some off the table. So you have this next major peak here at $1.55. And this kind of ranged between $1.55 and 50 cents for a little bit as well. So I think you could put that in reliably. That's kind of is it right there? Yeah, right there. No, you can see that double support right there at that. There you go, at that 63 cent Australian mark level there. I would call that-ish at about $1.70 something. Let's pop that in. Let's see. Yeah, probably there you could call it. I think is probably the best at about $1.70 something. And since, look at this, mama cass. So we've got the top here, $16 something, nearly $17, and the recent low in August of 2022 of $6.70, and a beautiful move back up. Wow, over 100% move. Jeez. Okay, so let's do some Fibonacci as well. I might need to put this on the quarterly time frame. Let's have a look. Quarterly, when it wants to work for me. There we go. I love this quarterly chart. Much better. That looks really cool. All right. Let's see. First off, I like to do some Fibonacci to see if there are any areas of confluence, just to check whether Fibonacci works on these longer time frames. A lot of the time it does, but sometimes it doesn't. So let's just take a quick. I would say the obvious high and low would be the highs in 2004, the early 2000s, and the low in 2008. Do any higher prices coincide? Give me 1 second. Let's see. And I'm doing this on the fly, okay? So this might not coincide with anything. But does it? Okay. I'll get rid of these horizontal lines for just a second. Let's see if this does line up with anything. Get rid of you, and get rid of you. Let's have a look-see. Does it line up with any Fibonacci? Well, it looks like it does, doesn't it? Okay, so that's the highs there and the lows there. You could put it as the high there, but no, you see that ranging level right there? That's why I've got it right there, and the low. Again, this could be all bull dust, okay? But just out of interest, it did intersect with this Fibonacci level here, and then you did find support around about this one here. So that's the 4.236, so that 62-cent level. You've got that $1.60 area right there. Gee, what do you know? As it keeps going, although this is the quarterly time frame, okay? So, could I call it really significant? But gee, look at this. Look at this, okay? So all the way up to that area, and where did we find support? Bang, on this one here. Now, we're getting into such high territory on the Fibonacci levels from a really old high and really old low that it's probably taking its cues from a different high and a different low. But I bet there would be levels of confluence. So let me do a different high and a different low, and we'll see if that works as well. So we'll take it from here, and we'll take it from here. See whether there's any levels right there. No, maybe it's taking it from that old high and that old low. You can definitely see the closes right there. Yeah, no, not so much. And if I go back, if I do it from here instead, there's that high and there's that low. Is that marking anything? Yeah, kinda, sorta. No, it still seems like it's taking it from that old high and that old low right there. Look at that. That's really interesting. Again, from the early 2000s to 2008, it still seems to be playing out on some kind of, will I call it that accurate? Maybe not. But just keep that in the back of your mind. So I will keep that in the back of your mind just for the higher targets. Okay, so look at these higher targets here, $28.60, and probably this one's the more likely one. If we sail up from here, one of the more likely ones would be around about that $46.30 kind of mark. I'm not saying that's really predictive at all, so I will get rid of that. This Fibonacci for the moment, and trend line analysis very quickly. And then we can talk about some potential higher prices, okay, and the prices that we need to watch out for. Trend line, let's do that. So are you in this particular thing? So the person who asked for it, I presume you're either in it or you're looking to get into it. Excuse me. Let's see, 2004. Okay, so it's very clear, at least from here and through here. What is that? I don't want that. I want a normal trend line, please, and thank you. Let me get rid of that. This is again on the quarterly, so then I might take this out to the monthly when it decides to work for me. There we go. That's the monthly. Okay, so there you go. That's probably something like that. You could even do this old chestnut right here. You could do that if you wanted. Yeah, it's not really. Okay, and then I would look at maybe this one here. So that's kind of like your parallel. Oh, okay, so it looks like you've got your parallel channel. All right, so let's go to your parallel channel. Right here, parallel channel. Let's do that old chestnut. Okay, we're going to go through here. Okay, and then we're going to go like this. Right, or we'll go down to there. Okay. There's some kind of parallel channel. Let me get in as close as I can. Yeah, all right. Now we'll do it on this side. There-ish. Okay. Let's go with that. And then if we do that again, then we go like that. And it's not going to be perfect, okay? It won't be perfect, but we'll get it like that, okay? Something like that-ish. Makes sense? Great. That's kind of the channels you're in at the moment. And let's do the Fibonacci. We'll do the Fibonacci from this high and this low because that would be the next major areas to look out for. Okay, so let's just now, out of interest on the relative strength index, we are in upward territory. So on the monthly time frame, looks like we're directionally moving higher. and we have not spent any time in extremely overvalued in NST since June of 2009. So it's due for a move up into the extremely overvalued area. How long it spends up there, no idea. So where can the price go? No bloody idea, okay? But it is in the directional upward movement. And of course, look at this. That's very bullish. That looks very bullish, coming into a bullish precious metals market, which we're not 100% confirmed yet, but we're going into very looks like a gold bull era, not a gold bull market, but a gold bull era, which would mean a silver bull era as well, probably for the next at least 5-10 years, something like that. And that's good for the miners. Okay, so, and we're seeing some beautiful movement there. So NST would potentially be something that you would look at getting in. And let's do some Fibonacci. Are we over some key areas? It looks like we might be. So are we over the 0.786? Probably. Let's take it from about here, and we'll do there. Okay, so now we're forward projecting. The fact that we are back above the 0.786 level, which you know I talk about a lot, okay? You can have a peak and a trough, and that's not until, for me, oh, look at that. Isn't that interesting? Okay, that's so interesting. It's not until, for me, you start closing above the 0.786, should you start getting excited again that it's not a fake out. Okay, so look at this. Here's a spike, right? Now, technically, I guess we did close on it. Do I have these drawn in exactly right? No. We kind of closed at it, which wasn't a complete confirmation. Then we had those few months back down, but now we're starting closing months significantly above the 0.786 of that $14.90 level, $14.90 Australian dollar level. And now it looks pretty clear to me that we're probably looking good for moves higher. So once we get into the higher territory, what are the new all-time highs for NST coming up? Here's the levels I would look out for majorly. Okay, again, who the hell am I, right? But look out for, I don't think this would be the major top. It doesn't seem to me after this movement here that 1.618 would be the stopping point. So you'd be at least looking at, bare minimum, I think, the 2.618 at $34 roughly. And if it's not that one, definitely look out for that $50 mark right there. So I'm going to say most likely, pop in area, most likely the next major areas of resistance, and I'm not talking about the bull era peak, okay? We don't know how high the miners can go in a true bull era for gold and precious metals in general, right? But just the next areas of major resistance, you'd be looking at maybe taking some profits, get rid of that, would be here at 34 or here at around about your $51 mark right there. So profit taking area, let me prop that in right here, rectangle. There you go. There is your, in my opinion, some profit taking area right here. Because if you're buying now, that's more than double of the price. Okay, so let me draw that in. Profit taking area. And you should always take profits at least 50%. In my humble, non-financial advice opinion. Okay? Right there, people. If you are deciding to buy here, that is your business. If you've bought down here, if you bought down at, say, maybe the confirmation of the breakout, you bought down at around about $10 and you're already at, $15, okay? And it gets up into the $20 area, okay? You've doubled your money. Sell half on double. But for example, if you're not even in this stock right now and you wait, and maybe it's a great idea, hey, maybe wait. I'm not telling you what to do, but maybe wait for a break of the all-time high and a confirmation that you've made a new all-time high. Okay, wait for the breakout and then the retest. So maybe you don't get in here yet. Maybe you do. I don't know. You do you. But maybe you wait. Let's see. I want the brush. Maybe you wait. I'm not saying do what you want, but maybe you wait until you have a breakout and the eventual retest, which you will normally get. And then if that bounces, that would be potentially a signal to go, breakout, new all-time high, retested the previous all-time high, and it's looking solid. And then if you break this again, so if you do this, you break the all-time high, come back to retest it, come back up, and then break this, that is go, baby, go, in my non-financial advice opinion. That would signal, what's that, 18, that's around about, I don't know when it would break, right? But let's say it broke at 18, 17, 18, whatever, and then you sell at like, take half at about 34, you've basically doubled your investment, take half there, and then you're free rolling the rest. Okay, so that's my not financial advice opinion. Don't do anything I would do. But hey, even if you're buying here, if you decide, I don't want to wait until the all-time high is broken, I don't want to wait for that confirmation, I want to do it now. I don't care. I just want to do it now. Hey, you're getting in at $15, $16, selling half at $32, $34. You've doubled your money. Take your initial investment off the table, sell at least half of it, and then you just, wherever it goes, it's just free money, man. You've just made it. Cool. So that is my profit-taking area, though. If we go in through the massive bull run, the first profit-taking. So TP1, okay? It could go, mining stocks could go through the roof, okay, in a gold bull era. Okay, we're talking triple digits. You could easily get into triple digits in a true gold bull era for mining stocks in particular. Okay, they can do really well once they go. Okay, but profit taking area there, $34 to $50 is what I would do. And I'm not even in this. Might I be? I'm going to watch this one right now. So thank you for providing that. I love it because then I go, oh, I'm going to watch that one too. So I'm going to pop that in my blue mark right there. Okay, so that has been NST. Final comments and then we'll get out of here. You are welcome, everyone. So, great. Here we go. Yeah, Dad's on soul duty today. Dad is on soul duty today. Nakas O'Reilly asks, how is SS1 going? We'll look at that tomorrow. Chris Phipps says, how about FSM, Fortuna Mining Corp? Don't have time for that now. We've got to go. But I'll do that. Remind me tomorrow. North Star... tomorrow. I've got to talk about tomorrow. Yeah. I'll talk about that in a second. Northern Star Resources Entity is one of the world's largest... 10 largest... I should know that, right? Shouldn't I know that? But I'm not into the mining stocks. I haven't been. I'm not getting into the mining stocks until mining stocks start proving, confirming properly that they're going to start outperforming being in precious metals, just being in the physical. Okay, once they're not over the levels that I would need to see yet to go, okay, now it's their time against just holding this. So I'm just holding this, for now until I see the mining stocks are going to overtake it. Okay, some individual stocks certainly have, but just as a whole, right? So that's why I don't look at the mining stocks, and that's why I love my GMS family, because you're doing it for me. One of the world's 10 largest gold miners. Thanks. With operating mines, exploration programs in Australia, West Australia, and Alaska. Fantastic. Now I know. A lot of you are going, you don't know NST? Yeah, I've been the physical guy for a very long time. Yes, we did that one. Hit the like button, people. We're about to get out of here. No need to apologize for the little guy. No, why would you ever apologize for a kid? Never apologize for a kid. Have you ever been, just very quickly, have you ever, I think I may have done it once or twice. No, actually, no. You know what? I've never done it. Unless it was something, an accident happened. When you're out in the supermarket and, you see a little kid with their mum, the shopping cart, or the dad or whatever, and they're going down and the kid comes up to you and starts smiling or hands you something or pulls something or gets in your way, and the parents go, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, why? I'm always like, oh, no problem. Don't worry. And I never apologize for my kid when I'm out. Unless they're doing something that's, someone's taken something of someone else's, or it's something like that. Why would you apologize? They're kids. They're learning, all that stuff. You don't apologize to a parent for your kid for dropping something or getting in their way. It's like, they're kids, man. Deal with it. Anyway, well done. Yeah, so look at this. Wei said, in at $12 and topped up. I'm not going to stand up because I'm not wearing my jeans today, but standing O for Uwe, in at $12 and topped up at $8. So your dollar cost average is around less than $12. Great stuff, man. I think you're looking good. Look at taking some profits though, mate. Wherever it is for you, you do it for you. But once you get to your double, once you've doubled your investment, just please consider doubling, selling half on double. AUD 27, and 44 look like good profits, lock-in targets for you. Thank you, Joe. You are welcome. CT says, got to run. Oh, I got a super chat. I got my first super chat, people. Let me check that. So now I have to go. Hang on a second, Alexander. Hang on, buddy. Give me a second. I need to chat. You can't see this. I've got a super chat and it's about to come up and I have to look at it on my thing. So give me 1 second. My channel. Won't be long, buddy. Let me have a look. I have a super chat. Woohoo! That'll come up in just 1 second. Thank you for the super chat. Now, can I read that super chat from here? Let me see. Can I read my super? Oh, no, I can read the super chat in here. Super chat. $1.99 from Chris Phipps. Have a great day and see you tomorrow. Chris, thank you so much for your super chat. Loving it. It's coming up in the thing. My very first super chat, people. Love it. So, just so you know, super chats are on. You don't have to do whatever you don't want to do. Hey, super chats do help me keep the show going. I'd love to do this just for my full-time job. How good would that be? Doing it as my full-time job, that'd be great. Of course, we'll work with my other regular social media clients. But imagine the time comes where I can have the choice not to do that if I wanted to, even though I love to do it. So super chats help with that. What's coming up very soon? The membership program will help with that too. Chris, you're a legend. I really appreciate that. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow too, my friend. So thank you so much for that. That is awesome. You always say NST has the super pit. 34 and 51 sounds better. That's correct. Have a good evening, CT. Thanks, everyone. Got to run. He says, take care. Got to run to take care of a kid, just like yourself. Yeah, good stuff. All right, that is it, my funky people. He says, didn't know I was the first. You are the first of many to come, and I appreciate that, Chris. Good on you, mate. Super chat. Yeah. Love the super chats. That is it, my funky people. I'm going to get out of here. That was the super chat. And that's it. That's been Good Morning Stackers for Tuesday, the September the 17th. Tomorrow's show may not happen. You may not get a show tomorrow because I've got to do something extracurricular to do with the kids. So that may not happen. Thursday's show will happen. Friday's show now might be on location and it might be a quick one. It might be a traveling show. We'll have to see. But I'll try and do it. I've been scooped up to do some singing work, some last minute singing work somewhere else, not in my hometown. So I may be on a plane. I'll probably be on a plane on Friday morning, but I'll try and sneak in the live show on Friday. So Thursday, definitely the show. Probably not the show tomorrow unless I do it later in the day. So you could still get it. So watch out for it. So you may get it later in the day. Or if I have to, you may not get it really early in the morning, but we'll see. Also, what's coming up, I've got to announce the membership program. Got to get Ricky on the show from Perth Bullion Exchange. And Yankee Stacking's got to join us at some time. So Yankee Stacking, check your emails, mate. We've been going back and forth. We're trying to find the right time. Could be this week or it might be next week. All right, now I'm getting out of here. That has been Good Morning Stackers. Let's dance it out.
Good morning, Stack. Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine.
That's been
Good morning, Stack. It's podcast time.
all right. Grab your
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
and let's do the.
Synchronized slurp. Now we're on the move.
Okay, buddy. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it.
We're feeling fine.
See you on the live show very, very soon. That was a request from the little guy. I need to say that. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.